Do it again.
Moroni continues his explanation of the timetable of the Most High. The times of many of the events of the history of the world are explained, and the exact year of the second coming can be ascertained by this revelation in the Ruach.
Oh, so when move. I ain't even. Whoo! That's pretty bad, man. Y'all blaspheming the Ruach? Y'all ain't even gonna know. Man.
Get y'all gloves ready. I need Randy Moss hands on deck. Everybody catch. I need y'all hands on deck like this. Things about to be thrown.
Bro.
He was in my division destroying us.
Well, you know, yeah, boy, get out.
Here we go. Behold, before I end my words concerning these time periods, the Maker had commanded me to give unto you a better insight into some things which are unclear to many of you in the latter days. For it came to pass that after the Maker had taken his spirit from the earth and left the children of man to themselves, and after Satan began to have exceedingly great power over the hearts and minds of the children of man, yea, at this time the whole earth became wicked, denying the plan of the Father in all things.
Stop right here. What timetable was this? '70s.
And the brother of Jared wrote concerning many of the things that the children of man began to do contrary to the plan of the Father. And I have already explained unto you that the plan of Lucifer is not an evil plan to those who have made it their plan and follow it.
They follow in their power.
Yea, when those who follow the plan of Lucifer incorporate the whole plan into their lives, they begin to think that they are a righteous and a blessed people. And when they have used their free agency to choose the plan that they are desirous to follow, then the promulgator
and then the cow jumped over the ship and dipped vanilla ice cream.
So like pro alligator?
Pro alligator. They just put something together. I can't stand this place.
Yeah. Of this plan becoming their power. And in this way, Satan became the God of the whole earth. And he began to put his plan into the hearts and minds of the children of men.
Stop right there, bro. Something just hit me. He said, I have already explained that when he said, after the Maker has taken his ruach from the earth and left the children of men to themselves, for the world is given into the hands of the wicked.
You know what? I'll be thinking. Okay, hold on.
Wicked from there on, right?
It's man.
Because Benoni took over the canon.
No, because Noah was here after the flood. No.
Six. Six. And in this way, Satan became God over the whole earth, and he began to put his plan into the hearts and minds of the children of men, and seal in their foreheads his name, and in their hand according to their works. They have received his mark, which is the mark of the beast of which John has spoken.
Oh, stop right here. So the mark of the beast is the works the evil works that y'all do, that they do around this place 24/7.
So the mark of the beast has already taken place. Meaning Revelations has already, what we already been explaining time and time again, has already instituted itself. It's already happened. We way past Revelations. 7. And John also wrote of the fall of the Roman Empire in the beginning of the time that Satan would have power over all the earth, even concerning the time period between the times and the halftime, as I have explained it unto you. And John wrote, saying, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. Now, this was the Roman Empire of which John wrote in his vision, continued, saying, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wounded after the beast. Wondered after the beast. Wait a minute. Isn't this the same? This is second Esdras.
That's a lot with that mark. Bro. It's a lot of people with that mark.
Chasing that bag, huh?
Getting that Starbucks, huh? I need a haircut. I need coffee. I need my nails done.
All praise to the Most High for where He's taking me out of.
I know you, baby. Actually seen that sword. I can't. Nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that, my queen.
Second Esdras, chapter 11, 23, verse 23. I started 22. After this I looked, and behold, the 12 feathers appeared no more, nor the 2 little feathers. And there was no more upon the eagle's body, but 3 heads that rested, and 6 little wings. Well, I'll read right here. And John also wrote of the fall of the Roman Empire in the beginning of the time that Satan would have power over all the earth, even concerning the time period between the times and halftime, as I have explained it unto you. And John wrote, saying, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. Now, this was the Roman Empire of which John wrote in his vision, continuing, saying, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and to them that were their leaders. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Now the eagle makes more sense, because the eagle represents what? Don't this sound like America right here with this phrase right here? Who will make war with America?
America is a Roman Empire.
There it is.
Rome 2.0.
Who will make war with the beast? And there was given unto him a mouth. This is definitely America. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies and power.
Second Esdras what?
Second Esdras chapter 11 and
23.
Yeah, these 22 and 23. I read the whole chapter. 11, 12, 13. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies and power was given unto him this time to continue 42 months.
400 years, right?
Did I not say this is America? What did Abraham have that the father put on Abraham? That
his children will go through tribulation for how many months? For how many years?
400 years.
I was 40 in 2 months, 400 years.
In Most High's time.
A day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is a day. So 42 months is. Okay, never mind.
Hold on. You want the son? I'm not saying that I'm right. That's just what I got. I'm not saying that I'm right. This though is about to give you all the time to do all the math in, and that's where you come from.
No.
And he opened his mouth and blasphemed against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and do them who dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
Never mind. 40 in 2 months, 400 years, 1776, 1876, 1976.
And then Yasharala, where do you find this at in the book? In the first stick and the second stick?
Revelations.
And he opened his mouth and blasphemed against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle. This is Psalms. And them who dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them by the words of the leaders of the nations, to whom he had given his power. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth by the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patient in the faith of the saints. And now I, Moroni, have been instructed to give unto you a clearer meaning of the words of John, and also to put back those plain and precious things which the great and abominable church had taken away from the words of John. And I have been commanded to do these things, so that those of you who receive these things in the latter days might have no more excuses for the wickedness, for your wickedness, and that ye might see the error of your ways and repent and turn again to the plan of the Father.
Uh-oh.
That's what it started with. For behold, oh, you got something?
You jumping the gun, Jasmine. Says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. They told you in your second stick of the great and abominable church. They said it was the Catholic Church.
Don't jump the gun. It's going to. You're going to jump.
Thank you. I was smelling because I feel like
Mama here. Mama teaching again.
dang it.
He already.
Dang it. I read this earlier. That's why it hit me. Dang it. All right, bro. Go ahead. Man. Fine. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
Was it 15 hours old?
Yeah, 15. No, 16. 16.
It was 16?
Yep. For behold.
Yep. For behold, after the fall of the Romans, the formation of this great and abominable church began, of which Nephi have written.
17.
But this is only according to the time of John, for this abominable church had existed since the beginning, when it was first established by Benelli during the days of Adam.
Oh, no! Wait a minute. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! They told you the reason for this wickedness was a Catholic church. The church that Benelli started was the world, man, the evil and wickedness of the world. If that's the evil wickedness of the world, what is the church?
I'm going to slap a booker next time they kick you off.
The world is given unto the church of the wicked. The whole world right now, besides these remnant, is the church of Satan.
That's why the world the
whole world right now is the church of Satan.
It was no way around it. He had to say it before. It was no way around it. There was no way around it. He had to say it. It was going to come around. I couldn't even stop him the first time. It had to come out. It was going to come out.
And this started with Benelli. And y'all see what Benelli did in the beginning. What made it stop now? For it is the same yesterday, today, and forever.
You know this dirty draw's been doing this ditty. Can't stop, won't stop.
Bad boy. Can't stop, won't stop.
Dancing. Spirit. Touching on boys.
Touching on little boys.
Here we go.
Teaching that's why Babylon is the world.
The world, Craig.
Top 5 security of the world, Craig. World, Craig. World. Be ye separate from the world.
Come out of her,
Come out of her, my people. My people. A sheep know my voice, and a stranger, they will not follow.
But John, write it of that which is.
Hold on, bro. I'm sorry. Oh. Now does First Nephi 13 make more sense?
He's a trample the saints. He wasn't talking about all of Israel.
Who are the saints of the Most High? Those that do his commandments. Does the world do the Most High's commandments?
And when we say world, we're talking about Yasharala. Because that's the world he was sent to. He was sent to Yasharala. But John writeth of that which is pertained to his time, which is the time given in the revelation that he received. And Nephi also wrote those things that were pertained to his own vision. And this Ruach had commanded me to explain this unto you, so that ye might not misunderstand. 19. And the Ruach had commanded me to explain this unto you, so that ye might not misunderstand the purpose of the words of Nephi or the words of John.
Grace is fire. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Here we go.
It's gonna be good.
Buckle up!
Buckle up! But before you do, listen.
For that great and abominable church is the plan of Lucifer.
What?
Is the plan of Lucifer.
What?
Is the plan of Lucifer.
What?
Is the plan of Lucifer.
No, the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church was just part of the plan of Lucifer.
We'll break down. We're going to get to that.
Woo!
I'll tell you exactly how the Catholic Church started. It started with us.
Yep.
We started
the Catholic Church. But they ain't ready for that.
Yeah. And its doctrines and precepts create the abomination of desolation, of which the ancient prophets have written.
Bro.
Of which the ancient prophets have written.
Mike.
He did it again.
Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do.
Why they called us monkeys? They was the monkeys the whole time. They was the monkey that saw and the monkey that did.
Boy, and plenty of the eights don't get deeper.
Yep. It's probably fair to call them monkeys.
Put them there for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Therefore, what was that? Oh, 22-21. Salaki. And its foundation was formed at the time that Lucifer rebelled against the plan of the Father and presented his own plan before all the children of the Most High who were Ruachs. Didn't you read this? Illustrate this plan that he gave to the Father. 22. Therefore, be careful that you do not suppose that the formation of this church of the devil began at the time in which Nephi had prophesied according to the vision that he received from the Most High.
Oh, no. So wait a minute. They thought, the people in the second stick right now, thought the foundation started in the BC era, which is true, but it go way back in the BC. The fall. Yes. Mm-hmm.
23. For this great and abominable church, as I have explained it unto you, is also the beast that receiveth its power from the dragon, who is Lucifer. And now of these things I have been instructed to tell you more concerning the times of which I have written. Behold, the ending of the times began according to the reckoning of time of the latter days at the birth of the holy prophet Muhammad.
What? That's what?
Wow.
That's why they was banging on Muhammad this bad. Because who was Muhammad? He was the last prophet sent into the world.
In that dispensation of time. And
Got him!
And from the ending of the times to the beginning of the half of time shall be the equivalent, according to the words of John, in your own reckoning of time, to 42 months. Or, in other words, 1,260 days.
So that's 1,260 years from Muhammad. Muhammad was the last prophet. So add 1,260 days, years from there. Yeah, boy, Hassan, boy, that man, he put his dookie boo-boo doo-doo butter on everything. R. Kelly doo-doo butter on everything.
Right. Okay. So right here, it's saying that 42 months are 1,260 days.
There go your days, bro.
Okay.
There's your years right there.
And these days that are mentioned of John are years according to the reckoning of time that ye shall have in the later days.
So 1,260 years.
1,000 days is 1,000 years is a day.
And a day is 1,000 years. He just told you right here in 27. And these days that are mentioned of John are years according to the reckoning of time that we should have in the latter days. So it's days to them, but it's years to us in the latter days because they change time.
Right. Okay. 28. And in the same month in which Muhammad was born, even after exactly 1,260 years have passed, yea, the 42 months mentioned by John, then shall the commencement of the half of time begin.
29. Listen. 29.
And the half of time shall be ushered in with the fullness of the gospel being once again given to all the inhabitants of the earth by the work of the first of these latter day prophets, who shall live among you, even he who shall bring forth the unsealed portion of this record, which shall testify to the world of the words of Hamashiach, which are the fullness of the plan of the Father.
That didn't hit you. That didn't hit you. That didn't hit you at all, bro. That didn't hit you. That's wrong. Did that hit y'all? Can I read it again, bro? I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. Listen. And the half of time shall be ushered in with the fullness of the gospel, being once again given to all the inhabitants of the earth by the work of the first of these latter day prophets, who shall live among you, even he who shall bring forth the unsealed portion of this record, which shall testify to the world of the words of Hamashiach, which are the fullness of the plan of the Father. KO. Oh man. Oh yeah. So we already in the half of times that John was talking about. We already in the half of times. Stop jumping in.
We seen it. And now, if ye read the words of John, it shall be revealed unto you therein more concerning this time. For John also wrote concerning the 40 and 2 months, saying, and there appeared a great sign in heaven, in the likeness of these, of things on the earth, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
Revelation. I've been thinking about this for the past month.
The sun and the moon and the 12 stars. Michael, Yeshua, and the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead, bro.
The woman, Mama Ruah. And the woman, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pained to be delivered. And she brought forth a man child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto the Most High in his throne. And there appeared another sign in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child after it was born. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared of the Most High, that they should feed her there 1,260 years.
Yeah, to tell you. You read it, it'll tell you.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought against Michael. And the dragon prevailed not against Michael, neither the child, nor the woman, which was the church of the Most High.
There you go. There you go.
Who had been delivered of her pains, and brought forth the kingdom of our power and his Hamashiach. Neither was there place found in heaven for the great dragon, who was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and also called Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of the Most High, of our power, and the power of Hamashiach, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. The judicial system. For they have overcome him.
Lawgivers.
Yeah.
Lawgivers.
For they have overcome him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. For they loved not their own lives, but kept the testimony even unto death.
Bro, I'm sorry. Salakia, my big brother just gave me something. No more movies until 2022. They stopped all movies. There will be no more movies made. It's over. It's over. Yes.
These fools know what it is.
They said it on the radio. Just said it on the radio. No more movies until 2022, man. I just put a date up there. They know it.
We're gonna let them think we got 2 more years.
Throwing dates out there.
Let's just throw dates out there.
Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and ye that dwell in them. And after these things I heard another voice saying, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, yea, and they who dwell upon the islands of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. For when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the women, which brought forth the man-child. Therefore, to the women were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might flee into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and a half time, from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the women, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helpeth the women, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon casted out of his mouth. Therefore, the dragon was wroth with the women, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Is that in Revelation? Yes, it is. This is all Revelations right here. Shalom, King. Shalom, little bro.
Shalom, family.
Great lesson on Muhammad.
It fit in right into this.
it just came right into this one. 68, by the way.
Yeah.
68 verse 42.
Therefore, the dragon was wroth with the women, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
No more movies. That's crazy. I'm sorry.
And he also wrote, saying, and there was given me a reed like unto a rod, that is used to judge the world. And the angel stood, saying,
the rod of iron right here.
And the angel stood, saying, rise, the measure, the temple of the Most High, and the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not. For it is given unto the Gentiles in their own time. And at this time, the holy city shall they tread underfoot 42 months.
Ain't this the holy city was here, right? So ain't this first Nephi 13 right here when Columbus came over here? This is Columbus right here.
And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,203 days, clothed in sackcloth. Now I, Moroni, have already given somewhat of an explanation of these things already in this record. Nevertheless, I have been commanded to give unto you more information concerning these times of the Maker, so that ye of the latter days might see the words of John being fulfilled as they have been given. Now, the rod of iron of which John have written is the fullness of the gospel of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, which came forth from the child, who is the Hamashiach. And as soon as the fullness of the gospel was given to the world, or according to the words of John, as soon as the child was to be delivered, Satan was there to deceive all those who hear the gospel, and he causeth them to not believe in that which they hear.
Can I? 46, can you read 46 again, bro?
Now, the rod of iron of which John have written is the fullness of the gospel of Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, which came forth from the child, who is the Hamashiach. And as soon as the fullness of the gospel was given to the world, or according to the words of John, as soon as the child was to be delivered, Satan, dirty draws, was there to deceive all those who hear the gospel, and he causeth them to not believe in that which they hear.
It was just like in the beginning. That was Nemesis that came from the star. That it was a big ball of gas. That's why I was laughing so hard. I was laughing so hard. I was laughing so hard when he did that. It was the tiger that jumped over the moon that was eating spaghetti on Pluto.
What you saw and witnessed was Neptune doing backflips. And once you saw Neptune doing backflips, then you witnessed that the giraffe came from the third planet. That was before time. That was even before the Most High. That came before the Great Tribulation. They standing there.
Oh man, this man. No chill with this dude. Hamashiach get born. This is a nobody.
Matter of fact, this is Satan himself. He coming to deceive the whole world. And ever he tell you it's not the words of life, but it's the words of death. And he has come in many forms and many shapes.
Wow, bro. Like, why? No chill. No chill. It said, wow, spaghetti. And they just sitting right there, Q. They sitting there right there, Q. Wow. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Got
Yeah.
that old lady get up.
Wow.
Got that old lady get up. Got to get up.
I mean, with the old lady, you know how the old lady get up and the pastor's just getting there, the pastor's just going off, and the old lady like this. Yeah!
Tell him, Pastor. Tell him, Pastor.
Hold on, hold on.
I know that's right, Pastor. I know that's right. Uh-huh.
Hold on, bro. I really gotta do it. Yashra. Yeah!
And once you saw that gas come from planet Neptune, what you really saw, you really saw Satan coming in his true form. And that, listen here, whenever you hear that any time that you hear a woman being pregnant,
if you don't sit,
because what does it tell you in Deuteronomy chapter 28,
yeah,
verse 57?
Oh.
He probably showing that too, Maureen. Juice, die, suck.
Suck, die.
No juice.
Man, you know how many times I had to witness this? And the cow jumped over the moon. Yeah!
When he said, what did he really say?
What did he say? I heard this in my 3rd grade class. What?
What is he really saying, though?
When my mama and I was with my mama, she told me the last time she went to church and watched the pastor was like, I'm gonna just say this, watch this. And the cow jumped over the moon. They passed out. My mama walked out for the final time.
Said a whole lot of
nothing. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verses and I want you to know that God. Why? You went to theologian school for this?
Yeah.
Why?
To be screaming.
Just be screaming.
47. In the record of the Jews contained the fullness of this gospel. In the record of my father.
Oh, do the hackle. Oh, when they hit the. And I want you to know that we're here for you. And everything that we're gonna. Whoa! Yeah. And when we get through that day, and I want you to know that my power only serves. I'm like, if you don't breathe. If you don't breathe, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? If you don't breathe,
ain't nothing but a hype man.
Yeah. Deacon out of nowhere. Yeah. That's how you stand up behind the pastor. Stand up behind the pastor like this. Yeah.
Amen.
What do? And then he do this. Then he slug out slowly like nothing happened.
47. And the record of the Jews contained the fullness of this gospel, and the record of my father, which is the record, which is this record, also contained the fullness of this gospel, as I have explained it unto you previously in this record. But during the 40 and 2 months, or the 1,203 score days, or the 3 days and a half, which also represented 3 years and a half, which is also 1,260 days. Yea, during this time, the records that contain the fullness of the gospel shall prophesy covered, shall prophecy covered in sackcloth, or in other words, be covered from the eyes of all the world, so that if they read their words, they might not understand that which they read, because they do not have the Ruach to bear witness unto them of the truthfulness of these things.
So the sackcloth was the 2 witnesses.
Your eyeballs,
the 2
man.
witnesses was these. The 2 witnesses was these. The 2 witnesses this whole time was these.
Is that the prophets? Look to us prophets too?
No.
David again. Read that again, bro.
Yea, during this time, the records that contain the fullness of this gospel shall prophesy, covered
in sackcloth,
or in other words, be covered from the eyes of all the world, so that if they read their words, they might not understand that which they read, because they do not have the Ruach to bear witness unto them of the truthfulness of these things.
They don't have the Ruach, so they can't read these.
All of us was in this.
The two witnesses was here.
So I just told you what we was doing the whole time. That was illustrated.
Do y'all understand?
The pastor didn't
For
know where he
400
He was just up there screaming.
For the last 700 years, Daddy let us do this. And I want you to know that for 700 years.
Man.
Man, if Daddy wasn't mad at us,
Daddy mad again, John.
If Daddy wasn't mad at us, he let us. Since you ain't gonna listen to me, I'm gonna let you listen to him. And when you get on that mountain, and when you have that faith,
he had us listen. We went from what's a good brand of milk?
We went from
like a well-known.
We went to Dairyland to
Super Value
to Family Shorts. Talk about long suffering. Talk about long suffering. Man, Daddy, I told you, the one thing you don't want Daddy to teach you is patience. You do not want him to teach you that. Because when it comes to patience,
Daddy got all day.
You better ask for that fruit before Daddy teach you. That is some, woo, man. Woo! I'm glad Daddy teaches us patience now.
Yeah.
Because when you talking about long 700 years, I want you to know that Daddy was right there in the seat like this. Man, I know this ain't right. Yeah, you know it wasn't right. Yeah, you know. You sure do know. Mm-hmm. You remember in your Ruach, this wasn't the right one. Mm-hmm. This ain't what your mama taught you up here. Now you got this man screaming at you because you didn't want to do what you were supposed to do.
And the record of my Father shall be covered, and that it shall be hid up, and not come unto the world until the time appointed by the Maker, which is the time after the 42 months that the Gentiles shall tread underfoot the holy city.
Didn't the Bible in the book of More just came forth?
Yeah.
So this is the end of the 42 months right here.
Soon the Bible was readable again.
Oh, we can read it now.
Yeah, it is so readable.
The only thing they taught us was Yeshua walked on water.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Or they taught you how to shout. They showed you how to tell like a chainsaw. They taught you everything but the word. Then they told you how to stomp on your foot when you had cancer on your foot. They told you how to stomp on that. And the fire was low. You know how many times I heard this? You know how many times I heard this story, man? The 5 loaves and the 2 fish. I'm like, man, can you say that? And the same ones every Sunday. Yeah!
I mean, Sundays must I suffer.
Oh, uneducated generation. How much longer must I suffer this? Daddy, 700 years.
Time.
Oh, man. He created the heavens and the earth. $40. He died on the cross. $200.
That'd be 200.
For he loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And and he said,
thank you, Jesus.
And he said, who for 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Just like this.
Well, and he says that, and then he has the choir take over for the next
Queen, I wish I could have took you to that place.
The choir take over for the what he's done for me. What he's done for me.
I could dance all night.
And it comes back up.
3 hours. Come back up.
Now, Tony, go to me.
Didn't even finish the verse. I can't. This is what we did, Joshua. We did this to ourselves, man.
Boy,
we did this to ourselves,
and it was the ones,
man.
it was them Judites. When it says the Jews, it was Judah. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
It was Judah. It was Judah. When it says the Jews, it was Judah. The ones, you know,
the lawgivers.
The ones that said that we just read about when Satan got their ear.
I mean, it went to his trial first.
That's Satan.
That's Satan.
That's Satan.
That's Satan. You know, he condemning you for giving you the gift of the Most High.
How you gonna go against Moses, dog? Who he is? Didn't Moses give you?
Last time I checked, wasn't Moses?
Wasn't Moses? What he up there for 400 years?
Moses up there like, I know I told these people, man. I know I told these people about the Messiah. I know I told them. Mashiach. Moses just. I don't think, to be real, I don't even think Moses wanted to go to the promised land with him. I think he actually wanted to die with them on that mountain. Like I really do. Daddy, please take me. Don't let me do it. Don't let me do it. Don't let me do it. Like faithless generation, man. Faithless generation. Daddy was like, nah, we ain't doing that. We try to give him a Chesedek. Nah. Too much.
Daddy and sold Moses everything. So you know how Moses was feeling about him.
He was trying to, boy, this long suffering Moses had with our ancestors, man. I'm trying to get y'all Daddy, come on, Moses. Come on, baby. Come on.
Because they gonna get you.
They gonna kill you.
Remember, you had to stop me.
Remember, you have to stop me. Man, bro, because they gonna get you. I mean, I created them. Yeah. And look how they doing me. I know they ain't gonna do nothing for you. Like, bruh.
51. And because the words of John, which you have in the later days, have passed through the hands of the great and abominable church, many of his words were taken out of context in which they were given, because those who lacked the Ruach made an attempt to put them in the order that they thought supported those things that they believed according to their corrupted understanding of the truth. Corrupted understanding of the truth.
They go that spaghetti again, Thomas. Q, man.
Q, why is you doing, man? Why is you doing, Q?
Oh, man, Q. The 5 loaves, man. I just never forget. I'm sorry. Hearing that story as a child for almost 8 years.
Same script.
Wow. Spaghetti.
New Sunday.
New Sunday. Same lesson.
Mama, you waking me up 6 o'clock in the morning
to hear about Barney jumping over corrupted understanding. That's crazy. He said we was gonna laugh about this.
Yeah. Year after year. Oh, what we gonna hear today? We're gonna hear Noah. We're gonna hear Noah riding in the sun. And don't listen. And Noah,
oh man,
listen. The T-Rex actually took account of Noah riding on the sun.
To go this corrupted understanding of the
He built the ark on the sun. Nick, y'all ain't hearing me. We right. Yeah, you right. Y'all hear me this evening? Y'all hear me? You guys dinking in the back. They ain't hear you, Pastor.
With faith, the cow jumped over the moon. Oh, snap. Oh, bro.
What we hearing again this Sunday?
Corrupted. What we hearing again this Sunday? Waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Barney finally met the Muppets on Sesame Street. It was a crossover. Man, sit down somewhere. I used to play sick, so I didn't have to go there. I ain't going. He'll heal you.
Got them demons up in you. You get them demons up out of your leg.
The ones he put in there.
Ain't no but demons in the church. He talking about he got some demons. He gonna put the demons up out of him.
Yeah, I hope they transfer back into him. The heck, man? Boy.
The whole time, my pastor in the church, man, he used to be telling on himself. Now I know better because of the Most High. He used to tell on himself. Right. He used to say, "Oh, I was throwing up, puking up blood again." He was African. I was throwing up, puking up blood again. Oh, the devil was attacking me again.
I wonder why. Isaiah 45:7. Man, if I would have known that, this stuff, man,
I would have got up and told him, yeah, that's our daddy doing that.
Isaiah 45:7.
I would hit him with, what are you doing?
I'll hit that mystical. No. Hit that mystical on him. Because you're coughing up. What are you doing? Sideline. corrupted scriptures.
Man.
That's why you coughing up blood, because you corrupted scriptures.
He that killeth with the sword.
Oh man. I needed this line, man. Q messed up this whole night for me. Oh, I'm so weak, man. I'm sorry, Q. That had me weak. Q. Woo!
52.
Man.
And for this reason, the Maker had commanded me to explain these things unto you in plainness because of the screaming pastors. Behold, you of the latter days can call upon those who you believe are learned among you. What? Behold, you of the latter days can call upon those who you believe are learned among you. What are we doing? And inquire of them that they research the dates of all of these things according to the account of time that ye have among you. What I just say? Man, let me read this again, man. We living while we reading. All of us right now, Yashawala.
Everybody living what they reading.
Watch this. Look what. Behold, 53. Behold, you of the latter days can call upon those who you believe are learned among you, and inquire of them that they research the dates of all these things according to the accounting of time that ye have among you.
Hey, Q, what did we do yesterday? What, 2 days ago? What did we do 2 days ago?
You, that's what's going to hit you. I told you. Sis. Say what?
Yeah.
Man, yeah,
Didn't we just ask? Didn't I just ask
man.
you who was good with numbers?
Yeah, man. And if ye research these things in truth, you shall find indeed that exactly 1,260 years have passed from the time of the birth of the last prophet of the dispensation of the times, even the prophet Muhammad, in the coming forth of this record by the hand of the first of the latter day prophets. So I'll do it again, bro. And if you research these things in truth, you shall find indeed that exactly 1,260 years have passed from the time of the birth of the last prophet of the dispensation of the times, even the prophet Muhammad, in the coming forth of this record by the hand of the first of the latter day prophets. And the reckoning of your time is somewhat correct, according to the true time of the Maker after the birth of this last prophet. But a few generations before this time, there was a discrepancy. Discrepancy of circa 10 years in the reckoning of your time, which this dispensary was adjusted and accounted for by those who were in power in the world and who brought forth the canonized record of scripture that you have among you, in which you call the Bible.
All right.
Whoa.
Hold on. Let me read it.
Whoa.
Can I read this, bro?
Yeah.
I'm going to read this again. In the reckoning of your time, somewhat correct, according to the true time of the Maker, after the birth of this last prophet. But a few generations before this time, there was a discrepancy of circa 10 years in the reckoning of your time, which discrepancy was adjusted and accounted for by those who were in power in the world and who brought forth the canonized record of scripture that ye have among you, which ye call the Bible. So when y'all keep saying your Bible wasn't messed with, it just told you in here too. You got heavily attacked for that, sis? You. Well, that's all they're going to do is breathe opinions.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I don't listen to opinions. You can have an opinion on what opinions are like buttholes. Everybody got one.
We know it was them errands.
That's all.
Them Aaronites.
It's the ones that were screaming in our churches for 700 years.
And you ain't no different from. That is blow my mind how they think they different from them pastors.
Okay. Therefore, 56. Therefore, taking this into consideration, ye shall begin to see the fulfillment of all the prophecies that have been given by the holy prophets. When we crack the code, of course we was going to get it, because what year did we get Q? We happened to get that year, and what happened? Who are you? Who you supposed to be? You a woman. You ain't going to find nothing. Why did you think it was so important for 63, or was it 61, that I brought out, that Most High allowed me to bring out? 61, about the women being equal.
That was 61.
We happened to the Most High happened to allow me to bring that out. And then we find the year of Hamashiach, the year that he was born in. Nothing is about coincidence or chance.
Yes. All this is scripted yet again.
Got him!
Scripted.
And then 1335, right? How many years is that in between 1492? But we'll keep reading. We ain't gonna give him too much, Yasharala. Don't cast your pearls into the swine, World kings and queens, search it out a matter. But 57 is going to tell us right now. Behold, I have already given unto you the exact date that this sealed portion of this record shall be published to the world. Yea, exactly 2,000 years from the birth of Hamashiach, and this time is within the 10 years that ye have not reckoned by the mistakes that were made in the days of old. Yea, exactly 2,000 years from the birth of Hamashiach. When was this published? When was this book published?
Wait a minute.
Find the year that this book was published and then take 2,000 years, then subtract that. 2,000 years.
It was when the sealed portion was published.
Yes, this. Behold, I have already given unto you the exact date that this sealed portion of this record shall be published to the world. Shall be published to this world. Yea, exactly 2,000 years from the birth of Hamashiach. And this time is within 10 years that ye have not reckoned by the mistakes that were made in the days of old. Shall these things come forth unto you by the second of these two prophets of the latter days?
Yes, please, Yasharala. If anybody can do that right now, find out when this sealed portion was published.
And the maker shall call forth the last of the two prophets among you at the meridian of the half of time, and shall begin to prepare him to bring forth unto you this.
I told you, bro. I told you. Ooh.
Whew. Y'all gotta excuse me, that's wrong.
Oh, praises. Oh, praises.
You say 59?
58.
50. And the maker shall call forth the last of the two prophets among you at the meridian of the half of time, and shall begin to prepare him to bring forth unto you this record, which shall be the marvelous work and wonder that the Father hath prepared for you. Wow.
Oh, that's a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot.
And if you are wise and follow the Ruach and pray for an understanding of these things, then you shall know the time that the Maker hath given for all things. Even you can know of the year in which the Maker shall come in the glory that the Father had given unto him.
Don Judah said April 2005 is when this was published. Now take 2,000 years from that.
Oh, I'm not going to.
Minus 2,000 is only 5, right? 5 AD. Go ahead, keep going.
60 of the hour and the day, no man knoweth, not even the Son, but the Father knoweth this day in this hour. But the year and its month have now been revealed unto you. But the year and its month have now been revealed unto you. He who hath an ear, let him hear and understand. And now this period after the times shall be the same length of time according to your reckoning as the period of times, or in other words, 1,260 years. And after, therefore, the period of the time in 630 years, and the period of the half of time is 300 and 15 years. Now it is expedient that ye understand the event that mark it the beginning of this manner of reckoning. For the Maker had marked all of the dispensations of time with an event that is only known unto him and those to whom he revealed his will.
And the summer draws nigh.
Behold, this time of reckoning began at the time Abraham received the covenant and promise of the Most High, that through his lineage, the Hamashiach will come forth in the flesh. And the day that the Maker made this covenant and promise to Abraham marked the beginning of time. And the day that the Most High made this covenant and promise to Abraham marked the beginning of time. Therefore, from the time of the covenant,
Did it just hit you? Man.
This is number 3. Did we not just find out that Daddy is coming with Hamashiach? The Father is coming with Hamashiach. Bro just found out in the first state.
That's in Zechariah. Bring out Zechariah.
It is all throughout Isaiah that he's coming, that the Most High is coming. It's all throughout Isaiah.
We need to go into the group chat. I don't blame you.
Because this one right here, but we're going to do it anyway. Because I don't care. We don't care nothing what the devil got to say. Oh, that's 3. It just hit me. This one just hit me. Reading it right now. I don't care what no devil got to say. Period. Your pride talking for you. Pride don't talk for me. The word speaks for me.
Where is it at?
I think it was in chapter 14.
Chapter 18. No, chapter 14. Oh, there it is. Chapter 14. Behold, the day of the Most High, but they got capital L-O-R-D. Behold, the day of the Most High cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half the city shall go into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then shall the Most High go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle.
As when he fought in the day of battle.
And his feet shall stand in the day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east. in the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof towards the east and towards the west. And there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall remove towards the north, and half of it towards the south.
Now it's time for us to dig into the apocalypse of Abraham.
So the apocalypse of Abraham was who?
Bro kept seeing it, you kept seeing it, you kept seeing it. The big hand.
With the big hand doing this.
And you got Daddy, the Most High. Hamashiach, Michael.
There we go.
$66.
Oh my God.
And Thomas, bro, it's all in Isaiah of the Most High saying that he's fighting. All throughout Isaiah. Therefore, from the time of the covenant of Abraham, 630 years passed, in which the Father gave his Ruach freely unto all of the inhabitants of the earth, both by the power and ministration of the Ruach world, and also by the voice of the holy prophets, whom the Maker had chosen to preach unto the people. And after the period of the time had ended, then the Ruach of the Father was taken from the earth for the same amount of time, or for another 630 years. And he did so that Lucifer might have the same amount of time to incorporate his plan into the hearts of the children of man, giving fairly unto him his opportunity to prove the worthiness of his plan.
I'm going to read the vision of Isaiah that was taken out. I'll share it later, most high willing.
Yeah, he's on that, bro. Yeah, that's what. And then when the period of the times began, even the dispensation of time in which he again sent forth prophets in his Ruach into the world, it lasted for 1,260 years. This period being twice the time of the first period of time. And for the same amount of time, or 1,260 years, shall the length of time be of the great apostasy, or the greatest amount of time that the Father had withdrawn his Ruach in direction from off of the earth, allowing Lucifer to freely administer his plan without competition from the word of the Most High.
Don't this explain the Renaissance right here? He's coming with Papa in 2 Nephi 6, 9, and 10.
Thank you, King.
2 Nephi 6, 9, and 10.
Yep.
Thank you, King.
There go another witness. And that's from the second stick. I gave you first stick. He gave you second stick. That's what the body supposed to do.
Exactly what I was talking about. We're going to need all Yasharala on this one. All the body pieces on this one.
All praises to the glory to the Most High power.
Yes,
For
sir.
the family, man.
Yes,
for
sir.
y'all, man. For you,
for my beautiful brothers and sisters,
man. Real.
And after 1,260 years, for not having the fullness of the plan of the Father given unto the children of man, neither by the Ruach nor by the mouth of a prophet, then shall the half of time begin, in which the fullness of the gospel shall once more be given unto the earth, never to be taken off again until the Maker had finished his work.
So when the Maker finishes work, which is the 1,000 years reign, this when Lucifer gets released again.
That's just the rule. And now during these 315 years of the halftime, the Ruach shall strive to influence the hearts of children of man to choose the plan of the Father over the plan of Lucifer.
Mama. Pleading with her children. Ain't this what Big Judah brought out? Talking about mama was crying.
And yeah, I remember because he said this time, because remember, I said to you, I was wondering, I said, you know, this didn't happen last time when, you know, Mike, what was his name? That started the Black Lives Matter last time. Who died? Michael Brown, yeah. Was it Mike Brown? Something like that?
Or
Castle. The first Black Lives Matter.
Michael Brown.
Was it Michael Brown?
Michael Brown.
He said, Big Judah hit on and said, the Ruach didn't hit when that happened. But this time around, because the New World Order was being influenced.
Trayvon.
There you go.
Trayvon Martin. There we go. Mike Brown.
Mike Brown too.
St. Louis.
Right. Because the Most High seen Satan playing with ushering in the New World Order with the Mason, the 30th-degree Mason, that not all skin folk is kinfolk. He was ushering in, along with Satan, the New World Order. So what did the Most High send down this time around? Because the first one was real. The second one was staged.
They caught them on CNN spraying fake blood on each other. The cops was fake. What was that one of the videos?
To usher in the New World Order.
And then Vegas, they even caught the dude with a cell phone out. He just got sloppy at this point because he knew everybody was so sleepy. It was ridiculous. That 5 lobes is doing my head. Oh my goodness.
And all of the scriptures shall be available during the half of time, which are the words of the prophets that have been given unto the children of man throughout all the dispensations of time.
Hold on, man. Wait a minute. So the lost books, when the lost books was getting released at this time, Apocrypha just came out of nowhere on that.
Yeah.
When that was getting released.
Look,
300. Yep, 300. 300. The movie 300. The movie 300.
Yep.
Yours is pausing too?
Yep. Got him.
300.
Got him.
300. Bro, remember when the priest was paid off?
To lie to the king, and told him that, hey, forfeit, you're going to lose. The God seen it. Right in your face.
Okay, it's pausing too. Same, yours pausing too? Boy, they don't want y'all to get this over here.
Shalom, Lakeisha. Oh, this is one for the record books. Thomas. Yep.
boys got paid off.
And they back at it again.
Let me 501c3
Back
much.
at it again.
501c3 much. They lied to the king.
The biggest coconuts you can never find. Boy, you know what daddy got for them?
Because they only think the king coming down here.
Right.
As if that ain't scary enough.
Yeah, exactly, though.
If the king come down here ain't scary enough, we gotta find out daddy coming down here. That's why we gonna boo-boo on ourselves. It's like your daddy walking in the room and then you got a little drop of pee because the way his presence came in.
In his voice.
In his voice. Like I said, hey, family, I got nothing but love, but this is the only thing I'm going to ask y'all to do for me. I asked y'all to mail me some adult diapers. That's it. Some Depends. Give me a life alert bracelet or something. That's all the brother need. Yes, well, I'm a farmer. Press that button right there. So they sold out for time. Which that's the dumbest thing that you can possibly do.
I think he know that. That's why he said we ain't gonna be pooping no more. When he come, we're gonna change.
Yeah, we're just
gonna. Listen, if he didn't have that happening, we'll be duking.
Right, like adult diapers.
And these scriptures shall teach the fullness of the plan and will of the Father.
Wow. Like in the Gospel of Bartholomew, I feel the breath of the Most High on my neck.
Ooh, and they what?
Thomas. He said, wow, like the Gospel of Bartholomew, I feel the breath of the Most High on my neck. Eesh. Now you think we be like this?
That's beautiful.
They sold out for time, Q. Time. But that ain't even a construct in Most High. Time? Because money is useless. It's worthless. What you doing it for? Time.
So they can reign. They want to. But that's
what they chose their kingdom.
Yeah.
Free agency. It's done. It's done.
Lucifer ain't gonna let you reign in his kingdom.
Man, I'm running this, Lucifer. I just let you have it. I just shared a half a little piece of joint with you. When you can live for eternity and you trade eternal life for time.
You just made a retarded person.
You made
look like Einstein.
You made an ant because we ants.
Yeah.
In dust and that. Who are you to trade eternal life for time? What?
Just the ultimate hustler.
Bruh, I love you. That's your, but this is the thing. I love you, but that's your decision, pimp.
This is the thing. He the ultimate hustler. Let me tell you how. Well, him selling you time is like him selling water to a well. By him selling you time.
You selling Ray to a roach.
Yeah.
Like
the well already in the water. He's still gonna sell him some water. I got better water though. You ain't never, well, been all over the waters in the world. He gonna come to him and say,
You ain't never splashed in this.
That's what he hit him with. And they took it.
Well, maybe this water is life. Well, a sheep knows my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. Let me go ahead and sell you this ice. All it is frozen water. You can splash on it, it won't break.
I done heard if you lick it, it might give you superpowers. The ultimate hustler.
I don't want to do it all over again. I don't either, man. I don't want to do it over again either.
Nope.
Oh,
Done.
Man.
Done. No.
When he said a fire that never quench and a worm never dieth, that's you coming to this place over and over and over and over and over again until you get it right. You lick it, you get super proud. Well, man.
Shoot, you think the Most High gave you something? Watch this.
Watch this. Have you ever blow fire with this ice? You blow fire on this ice, and it'll never dry out. Why it's melting in his hand? What is this? Oh, this is just the effect of the.
Listen, don't ask too much questions. You'll lose your blessing.
Don't ask. No questions. Don't ask. No questions. Just give the money. just take the ice.
Big dirt draws, man.
Ebenezer Baptist 34-6 Gospel Baptist Choir. Boy, it never ends with this dude, man. All right, bro, go ahead.
And these scriptures shall teach the fullness of the plan and the will of the Father.
Mm-hmm.
And because an equal amount of time was given unto Lucifer to prove his plan before the dispensation of the half of time, he and those who follow him might protest that they do not have a fair chance during this last period of time.
No wonder there's going to be 1,000 years when he's showing everybody mercy. Because the half of time, what happened through the half of time? He gave a portion
Look at
of his
the
power
blasphemy
of his
coming out of this monkey's mouth. Fair. Fair shouldn't even utter out of his mouth.
Man said fair.
You're not being fair, even though I cheated. Throw this nigga away. Throw him away.
Like, I bet you all the angels up there looking at him like.
Man, you better be glad Daddy love you still.
Daddy, you ain't being fair. And Daddy like, I don't know how Daddy do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how Daddy did it with us.
Right,
I don't. You ain't being fair. And he lied and cheated through the whole. Killed all his children. Lied about everything that he did. Destroyed everything. Turned everything upside down. And had the right to come. You ain't being fair to let my plan work.
It's like your plan is falling them. Your own people is turning against you.
I don't know how Michael was. I don't know. I can't understand it. I can't like all I can do is pray for it.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I would have been. I would have Thanos.
Yep. He just would have been Thanos.
He would have been Thanos by this point.
Thanos.
You ain't big.
That's why we're not the Father.
That's why.
That's why we're not the father.
That's why we not. This is Daddy down here trying to teach us the same thing that he went through in probation.
Yup.
Man, that's who we.
Thank you for dinner. Nevertheless, 75. Nevertheless, the Father shall release Satan, who had been bound, that which he can reveal of the knowledge of the powers of the Most High unto the children of men. And he shall be released by the Father, so that he might have power over his own dominions.
So this was Satan's dominion. He knew his plan wasn't going to work. Remember the stone rejected? He said that Lucifer had the power to create.
Yeah.
No wonder they came out with the movie Time. They can have the lower Melchizedek order. You my mama for real. I love you, mama. I love you. I love you so much.
76.
We gonna keep going.
And now I would that you should understand that even though the Father had stopped his work during these time periods that are in between the time and times and half a time, this do it not mean that a righteous man cannot live in the world. Mama Lou.
Oh wow.
Shalom. Peace and blessings to you. For behold, the Father would never deny any of his children a right to be the blessings of his Ruach.
I did too, Q. I did too. I heard Mama's voice when she said that. I love Mama. Man. Go.
For behold, the Father would never deny any of his children a right to the blessings of his Ruach, if it so be that they comply with the laws that afford these blessings.
Big Daddy laughing. Big Daddy laughing like, just go sit down in the corner or go back to earth. I will talk to you later. I had to deal with the righteous children. He told Satan, go sit in the corner.
Go now.
Go.
Nevertheless, during these times, the Father doeth nothing to entice his children to accept his plan. For this reason, the two prophets of whom John has spoken, prophesying covered in sackcloth for 42 months. And Satan shall be released by the Father at the beginning of this half of time. And with this freedom and the power that he had been allowed to use upon the earth, he shall begin to deceive the children of man according to the words of John, which he wrote, saying, and he deceiveth them that dwell on earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beasts, saying to them that dwell on earth, that they should make an image of the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
That's the Catholic Church. That's the Roman Empire getting taken over by the Catholic Church. There's y'all something. He said, was what? Christopher Columbus.
You know that movie, Apocalypto, what you just talking about? Mm-hmm. They have you believe that they knew that stuff was happening. They don't want to tell you how they knew how that stuff was happening. Ain't that a trip?
The trip. They knew that. Oh, we knew this happened.
How? How, may I ask? How did y'all know that he was chopping each other's head off and throwing them off the temple and sacrificing it to the sun god?
I want to know.
How y'all know that? Vatican?
Biter. Y'all been robbing us for how many years? Oh, wait a minute. Satan knew. So
y'all learn from y'all.
Y'all learn from y'all daddy. It's understandable.
And now it is expedient that you understand somewhat more concerning the reckoning of time which I have given unto you in this record. For behold, in the latter days there shall be some contention and disputation among you as to the exact reckoning of times which the Maker had given to his holy prophets concerning that which occurred upon earth.
Mm-hmm.
And the manner of reckoning of the Maker is one way, and is the only way that the true measure of time can be given in order to understand those things which have been prophesied by the mouth of the prophets. And there shall be many in the latter days who think that they are learned. And there shall be many in the latter days who think that they are learned and that they know a reckoning of time that doeth not agree with the time that the Maker has set in the holy scriptures. And they shall believe these things because of the records that they shall have concerning the histories of the nations and peoples upon the earth that came before them.
You have permission to think. Man, I really don't want to say no names. You have permission to think.
Shall I get it again?
Read again.
And there shall be many in the latter days who think.
Hold on. Let me get that.
Yeah. Who think that they are learned and that they know a reckoning of time that doeth not agree with the time that the Maker has set in the holy scriptures.
2 Nephi. How long have you all been doing lies? I'm trying to calculate 40 in 2 months. Second Nephi, chapter 28.
Yes, she is.
There's the baby right there. Second Nephi, chapter 28. Yes, Mama Lou, we read now. Many false churches will be built up in the last days. They will teach false, vain, and foolish doctrines. Apostasy will abound because of the false teachers. The devil will rage in the hearts of men. He will teach all manner of false doctrines.
I was saying all that.
Man, we witnessed through all that.
Right.
Everybody is on this channel going through all of that.
Yeah.
You listening?
But these accounts, 84, but these accounts shall not agree one with another, and shall be the means of much contention among you. And this contention shall confuse many, and caused some strife among those who concern themselves of the times mentioned in the Holy Scriptures. But I say unto you.
One question. What's that, Mama Lou? Wait, bro.
But I say unto you, the reckoning of time that I have given unto you herein is the true time of the Maker.
What?
But I say unto you, the reckoning of the time that I have given unto you herein is the true time of the Maker.
It's not a religion, Mama Lou. It's our culture.
It's our culture, Mama. We've been taught a lot.
Everything.
We the same people.
We the same people.
Just different tribes. Same people.
Hebrew.
America forefathers have inherited doctrine of lies.
Ooh, my right ear was ringing. Ooh.
Satan owned this place, and now you're seeing it. Now it's being revealed.
Mama Lou, remember all the songs? Matter of fact, we're going to get personal with this, Mama Lou.
Yep.
Remember when we sat in your living room and we said we was going to go against the world? We was going to bring out all the crooked stuff that was going on against the world?
Like songs like this.
Culture. There you go, Mama.
Like songs like this. Cruising through life, trying to find my way. We be cruising all day and night. Songs like that.
For if I die before I wake, Hebrew.
It's in the Bible that it was foretold that they would give us bywords
and proverbs.
That mean calling you a Native American, calling us African American. It was foretold.
You're with us. If you want to, we pray. We pray that you do, Mama. Yeah. All praises.
All praises to the true and living power.
All praises. All praises.
And if the reckoning of time that you accept do it not agree with the time that I have given you herein, then you shall know that these times are not the true time of the Maker, which he intended for his prophets of old. And many of the prophets were not learned men, and many of the prophets were not learned men, and many of the prophets were not learned men.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
For he is the same
yesterday, today, and
forever. I'm going to hit it again. And many of the prophets were not learned men according to the reckoning time of men, but being inspired by Michael.
That's you do, Mama Lou, and we respect that. We love you.
And many of they were given the dispensation of time which they have given in their prophecies. And you shall see that the times that they have given are correct and correspond precisely to the event that each time described.
Correspond precisely to the event that each time that this. So that's why they had to make sure they take everything out of everything.
Yeah,
because everything was
on point.
Everything was on time and on point. That's why the Vatican, you ain't gonna find what.
Because Michael was giving it to him from the Most High.
Yeah.
And you shall see that the times. Oh no, I read that slightly.
Yep.
And if ye know the mysteries of the true living power, then you also know that you have not received an explanation of these mysteries by the words and by the learning of men.
What? If you had the mysteries of the Most High, you know you didn't learn them from no dude. From no man or no woman that's walking this earth.
No man gave you any knowledge of the Most High.
None.
None. You got to ask yourself, that's common sense. How could he?
He in the same probation you were in. They going through the same things you going through.
How could he do that?
I ain't teach you anything. I stress that. I stress that. I'm like, what can I teach you? We in the same boat. We in the same boat. What you talking about?
How can anybody be higher?
Higher than anybody. Unless you allow them. Down that verse is getting more. Cursed is he. They put his trust in man and make it his flesh.
Why, Daddy? Why is that, Father?
Because they in the same boat that you in.
Trying to warn you, big dope.
My pastor said.
My elder
said this. My elder said this. He said, no, that ain't why.
That's how we rolling, mama, is love.
That ain't. Man, did he say cut off if one eye offended to is better than.
Yep, to lose one eye, to cut out one eye, so it won't.
And that eye is your brother.
Yep.
If your brother offending you and not doing the gospel like he's supposed to, it is better to go into the. It's better than going into the kingdom with a one eye maimed than having two going straight to hell. Because we just found out what hell was. Hell is coming back to this place.
Yep.
Over and over
and over and over
and over. So
we are in one of the first, like, we're not in the lowest hell. This is one of like the degrees of
the
hell.
Degrees. This is just one of the degrees. One of the degrees. Mama, roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life on the lower order of my chairs will be.
Mama, I feel you. I've been getting hit with the same thing. It's been making me mad.
I'm gonna do this, Mama.
It's been making me mad.
I'm gonna do this
because you saying that you're trying to say that my father is a liar.
Yeah,
you're not saying that we wrong, Dumbo.
You saying
that the Most High is wrong,
and we're just reading whatever this was in here. It's up to your ruach to. You were supposed to listen to your ruach, not us, because we don't know nothing. But. We're trying to elevate, and while you're still doing this, I'm going to be singing this. How do I say goodbye to what we had? And I'm hoping the chariot is like beaming me up. How do I say goodbye? I'm trying to go home, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go home.
But ye, 89, but ye can only receive an explanation of these things through the same Ruach by which these things were received. Even the Ruach HaKodesh, who revealed them unto the prophets.
What? Mama. Remember this, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I taught you this up there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Get it, Michael.
And then Michael's like this. Michael doing this.
In the record of the Jews, in it is written, go thy way, Daniel, and touch not that which thou shalt see hereafter. For the words are closed up and sealed to the end of time.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, many shall be purified and made white and tried according to their faith. But the wicked shall do wickedly and shall not have the Ruach with them. And none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand.
So right now, there's a lot of wicked out there that claiming they have the Ruach.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm. Let's say another while.
Let's say another while right here.
Mm-hmm. Woo, doggy.
Man, y'all tired of coming back here? But I'll be tired of coming back here. Tired of coming back here. Like tired of going back here. Like
saying this is old is an understatement beyond galaxy.
Me. So sick of being in this place. Bruh, Thomas, I know you ready to go home. Mama, Q, my wife, your wife.
Man,
I'm tired of being here. My kids, man, because they came here.
Yeah.
I hear my 9-year-old every day. Why? My 9-year-old been here. Also, Ruach so old.
Yeah, for real.
My 9-year-old Ruach so old is older than mine. See, every day, I love being here, but I love being alive, but I hate this place. Every day, I hate this place. I know, baby. I know. There's nothing we can do about it, though.
Being ready.
Being ready. I know y'all tired of coming back here.
And from the time that the daily sacrifice was taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days.
The abomination. Okay, keep going.
Mm-hmm. I was letting you calculate that. I was saying you calculate. Yeah. And blessed is he that waited and cometh to the 1,305 and 30 days. Yeah. 5 and 30 days.
35 days.
Yeah.
Just
30. To 1,353 or
5. No, it's 1,305 and 30 days, which is 35 days. 1,335 days, bro.
But go thou thy way to the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
Wow, man. The bad thing, oh! Mama, you hear something. The bad thing about it is when they have to see us again. They don't have Mama Ruach. They have another spirit. It's Ruach in the spirit. They are not claiming that they have Ruach. They are claiming the Holy Spirit. Right hand, Mama Ruach. Left hand is the spirit. I'm just going to sit here and read my paper. Go ahead.
And 93. I think I'm ready.
94.
And now I, Moroni, ask of you, do you understand these words? I say unto you that I know that you do not understand that of which Daniel has spoken, unless you have the Ruach to give to you the meaning of these things.
There you go, Mama. The spirit of Lilith. She is the Ruach, the spirit of the left-hand side.
That's why Lilith is not spoken of.
That's why Lilith is not spoken of.
And they speak about Lilith, the Gentiles, and they tell their own story.
They tell their own story about Lilith. Who do the Gentiles belong to?
For thus it is written, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And if you are reading my words that are given in this record, then you are wise and have been guided by Michael. I mean, guided in the Ruach Kodesh. Yeah, that's how that was about to say Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
And these things which have been sealed are the things which Daniel was not allowed to write, and are the words that are closed up and sealed to the time of the end.
So it was this. It was this.
I'm trying to, man. Look.
It was this. If we are reading this and can understand it, we are wise. Daddy is letting us know where we're the wise ones.
Why some tell me we still gonna be reading out of this when Hamashiach come?
I'm telling you, because that's probably what we're gonna be doing. It ain't gonna be no need for books or anything, because
the
maker, he's the word itself.
So he's gonna be saying all of this.
Daddy! He's gonna be saying all this out of his own mouth. He's gonna be like, all right, listen here. We gave you this, the Ruach, we supposed to guide it. Now I'm gonna be the one to tell you. Mercy. For his mercy endureth forever. That's what I said. I've been saying this from the jump. Your color don't matter. Everybody try to tell me about who the color of these people. I don't care.
That's so stupid.
I don't care.
You still stuck on that. You're dumb.
You still stuck on skin color. I don't even.
You're dumb.
Your frequency is. I can't even.
Low.
I can't. You too low.
Why?
I can't.
Because you fish for bait. You that fish that Satan got that racist bait. Because all you can see is color, so you too easy for him.
No, it's you, bro.
You too easy for him. Too easy for Satan to catch,
bro.
You too easy for him to catch. Period.
If you follow the two greatest commandments, I don't care if you're green, blue, black, red, yellow, green.
You follow my father.
You follow my father. You're cool. You're cool with me. If you practice love one another as you love yourself, and love the Father with all your heart, soul, mind, and spirit. When in Ruach, I ain't got.
Then you my brother.
You my brother or sister in the Mashiach.
Period.
That's simple. They lower than Well Dookie. Now at least Well Dookie got some oil to it. I'm gonna call him Sebastian from Little Mermaid. Under the sea.
And now, 97. And now, so that you might know that the things which I have written unto you concerning the time and times and half a time are true, even that they are the true reckoning of time of the Maker, I shall give unto you this sign, even an explanation of these final things that Daniel was allowed to give unto you concerning his vision.
Wow.
Behold, these things concern the daily sacrifice that was offered up according to the law of Moses, which was kept in the temple of the Most High, or in the ark of the covenant in the times of Moses. Bro, why we kept reading in Deuteronomy? Why we kept going into the books of the laws? Why this is why y'all was tough to go into the books of the laws. 99. In the time periods that are described by Daniel are the years between the time that the ark of the covenant was first destroyed, even a few years before the ending of the dispensation called the time in the year in which the great king of Jerusalem began his reign, so that the temple of Jerusalem could once again be rebuilt, so that the daily sacrifice could once more be performed by the Jews. And this great king was Herod.
The same Herod that tried to kill
Hamashiach before he came. By, slaying all the babies who was 2 years old. To do all things for the house of Israel according to the prophecies of the holy prophets. And it was the destruction of the ark of the covenant that took away the ability of the Jews, to perform the daily sacrifice according to the traditions. And this event marked the beginning of the end of the time. And if you research your histories, you shall find the time in which the Ark of the Covenant was first destroyed and the daily sacrifice taken away.
Ain't that in Maccabees?
I was reading Maccabees. And then if you add 1,290 years to this time, you shall find the year in which King Herod began his reign, so that the temple could be rebuilt, thus enabling the Jews to perform the daily sacrifice once again according to the law that Moses had given unto them. All skinfolk and kinfolk. Herod was a Jew. I just read that in...
It's about the blood. You had to know them by their fruits. It's on our people. It's our own people that deny everything we put up.
Thank you. Happens on a daily basis. That's why Daddy let this happen.
Mama, remember when I told y'all?
Just to prove a point.
Remember when I told y'all? I was like this when I started putting up stuff and they were just screaming at me, doing the Power Rangers to me. Bro, I was just.
Yeah. That's y'all Jew to know about that.
You can scream at me all y'all want. It's not going to change the fact.
Anything.
It's not going to change the fact. I mean,
it's not going to change nothing.
I'm just going to look at you like.
I see you. I see you still following the doctrine of men. That's how I'm gonna look at you. I see you still following the doctrine of men, which is the doctrine of Lucifer. Hey, just a messenger. That's what the Most High say. That ain't what I say.
Exactly. I'm thinking these are our words. We just reading out of the pages. Okay. Like I said, take it up with the Most High.
He would rather have all the Jews be enabled if it meant that he would be dethroned by the true king that was coming. He would rather everybody to fall off the cliff. Do that not sound like us?
The blind leading the blind, crabs in the bucket.
Herod was a Jew, a Judite hater.
I mean, you can kill him, man. We ain't trying to.
I ain't trying. Who say who? He had spies. He had spies. When he say he coming? Oh, we ain't gonna have none of that. Who's just on that? Who's gonna be a king? Who's gonna come raise up big? It ain't gonna be me.
Got 4 minutes left.
Oh, I said it on my thing. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, 102. And then if you add 1,290 years to this time, you shall find the year in which King Herod began his reign, so that the temple could not be rebuilt, thus enabling the Jews. Okay, I read that. Yeah. And then if you add another, my battery about to die, 45 years to this time, which would then be 1,305 and 30 years from the time the ark was first destroyed, you shall then arrive at the year of the birth of the Maker, Yahushua HaMashiach.
1335. Q, if you still on here, after getting all this when we was doing this yesterday, what did we round all that up to? But it's on the group chat. We're not finna do the work for them. We're not gonna do the don't cast your pearls to the swine. They want to know real kings and queens. Search it out a matter. So yeah, go ahead, bro.
And surely blessed is he that waited and cometh to the year in which the Son of the Father was born into the flesh. He who had understanding, let him understand that which I have written and revealed unto you concerning the true time of the Maker. And now I make an end of my sayings concerning these things, but exhort you who receive these things to ponder upon all of the words of the holy prophets, and more especially those things which are written in this sealed part that shall come forth unto you in the last days. And when you have pondered upon these things, I would exhort you to ask the Father in the name of Hamashiach, that he might send his Ruach unto you, and that you might understand all of his words, which he has suffered to be given to the prophets of the Most High, for the benefit of all of his children that pertain to this part of his eternal kingdom.
This part of his eternal kingdom.
And with that, I say shalom, all praises to the true and living power. Love you, Yasharallah. Love one another as you love yourself. And seek Daddy's face, because that's all we got.
Love y'all.
Shalom.
So you ain't gonna know the time if you ain't got the Ruach.
Yeah.